attack at the home of Maria and Daniel Shergold has been abandoned by police. Local police chief...
Hello? Daniel Shergold, he's a really nice guy actually, and he has the perfect life. So he has a wonderful wife he's very much in love with, and his career's just taken off as well. And life couldn't really be better, and then in one fell swoop it falls apart right at the time that he's publishing, or he's launched his writing career. And I won't spoil the film for anyone, but he becomes a depressed alcoholic, agoraphobic, very sad individual. Two things that helped. One was the method by which I took myself into that, which is basically just sat and thought about some pretty awful things happening in my real life. But the other thing that really helped was the massive delay with the setup of the scene. So I had about 3 hours to get into that mood, which of course helped me to get into this state of anger.
Action. That's quite a lot.
I literally just did that, but...
Cut. Maybe just wait a second.
Thanks, Seth. That was great.
Well, I did actually have another really deep scene, which involved a group of us. It was one of the gang in the kitchen of the house that the film primarily takes place in, and I was tied to a chair. And the very talented Tim Henley, he winds himself up in a slightly different way for everyone else, and he went over to Wes McCarthy, and who plays Randall, and he headbutted him just prior to the shoot of this scene, and he caught Wes on the button of his shirt and cut his forehead open here, so he had a little trail of blood running down his forehead. And that kind of cracked us all up. So we're in the middle of trying to get wound up, and then the moment was slightly lost.
You ready? You ready?
He had a kind of an inherent authority on set as a director, which, when you consider that he was working with many of his peers, I think was pretty impressive. I think we had an interesting contrast from day to day on the shooting of Harsh Light Day, because there were days where we were really up against it, and I think we were moving through stuff on schedule as if it was a very big budget movie and someone was scrutinising everything we did, and then there were other days where we pretty much let it slip in every way we could. But it was fun all the way through. It was amazing. It was good fun.
How could you do that to her?
When people ask me to describe what the film is about, or what kind of film it is, there's so many answers to that question.
You are the most stubbornly human thing I've ever encountered.
I felt that it was primarily a thriller, but really it's also a horror. It's a big revenge movie. It's got some amazing dramatic moments in it, and that's what's going to make it great, is the fact that it's going to appeal to a very wide audience.